How you doing? This is Ian Hart here, and I'm the owner of EarthFit Personal Training Facility and Beaufort's leading health and fitness expert. And I'm here today with Martha Reagan, and she does what's called best practice, and hopefully I say this right. It's bioenergetic synchronization technique. Okay, and basically it does with the neuro-emotional pattern in your brain.
Yes.
And what we'd like to do is ask her a few questions about how the neural benefits of exercise, and also just how it affects not only your digestion, but everything else in your life. So you were telling me something about the fight and flight system of the body and how it affects can you just go into that? I think the people that we train would be interested in that.
Absolutely. So we live through our nervous system. Our nervous system is the brain and the spine, but we're going to talk mostly about the brain. There's two parts to our nervous system. One is considered the fight or flight, sympathetic nervous system, versus the rest and digest, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. We are designed so perfectly that if a great big bear were to walk in the room right now, without thought, muscles would tighten, blood pressure would kick in, digestion and metabolism would reduce, and we'd get the heck out of here without thought. We wouldn't even stop to say, wow, you're not that big, I'm not going to move that fast, we'd be out of here. When we got out of here, we would then look to each other and we're designed to say, whew, man, did you see that? That was close. At that time, our blood pressure is supposed to come back down, our digestion and metabolism are supposed to kick back in, and our muscles are supposed to soften again. But more often than not, before we have a chance to say, whew, another bear walks up. Now, bears come in all shapes and sizes. They can come in the form of economy bears, spouse bears, family bears, nutrition bears, sometimes even exercise bears. Medication bears is a big bear. But the biggest bear that we suffer with is stored memory bears. And that's all the bears from all of the life's dramas and traumas that we bring to this moment. And so our body can get actually stuck in pseudo fight or flight 24/7, 365. So when that happens, blood pressure stays up, gets stuck. There's really no such thing as high blood pressure, it's stuck blood pressure. Muscles can stay tight, so you can get a shoulder problem just from a tight muscle. Metabolism and digestion stay reduced. So people can't lose weight, they can't reach their goals because the body is sluggish, the body is not functioning optimally. So we're always trying to strive for balance between that fight or flight and the rest and digest. When we go to bed at night, we're supposed to rest and digest. Too many people are waking up fighting bears, and it's just a constant cycle. So that's what we talk about when we talk about the fight or flight versus parasympathetic. We call it bears in our world.
All right, so it's about balance, right?
It's about balance.
And I know I've gone to see you numerous times, and I'm always amazed at when I'm there. I feel like my brain is synchronized completely, and I walk out and I'm telling you, like, I never thought something like this could happen. When I go in, she does whatever the technique is on me, and the next thing I know, like, I feel like I'm in space and I'm in like a deep meditative state. Can you just describe like what is going on there when we do that?
Likely, most people who walk in, just as we talk about, stress is everywhere. Stress is 24/7, 365. We're always receiving it. Stress is really anything that changes the body. So even drinking a glass of water forces the body to go into an action of some sort. So we have lots of different things that stress us out. So if you come into the office all torqued out from all the stuff that you've been doing through the day, through the week, through the last month, as soon as the body gets into balance, and we balance that, because you're coming in sympathetic dominant, fight or flight dominant.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as the body balances, it's been striving to be in rest, and all of a sudden, happens.
Yeah.
And the nervous system can come down, the neural pathways, the brain can start to get back into focus, and the body can just rest.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many people, especially kids, that come in just all wound up, and as soon as you balance them, they just fall out. You fall in that category. A lot of people do.
definitely
A lot
do.
of people do.
I hold my tension. I'm going nonstop all day. I don't think to rest, and then I go in to see you, and I feel like I'm in a different world. I feel like I'm in space.
Yeah.
So if someone is in that, does it matter if someone's in fight or flight? What is
It's the
done?
same, fight or flight. It's
Okay,
the same
doesn't
thing.
matter.
So it's either fight or flight or rest and digest. It's either sympathetic or parasympathetic. So it's
Okay.
just fight or flight. They call it fight or flight. It's just that intensity. So you know, when you start to look at every experience that's ever happened in your life,
Right.
some are more traumatic than others.
Yeah.
Some have a greater intensity or versus a greater duration.
Right.
So any of those things that went in with fear, anger, upset, whatever, fill in the blank, all sorts of negative emotions, if it goes into the nervous system, it can get stuck.
Okay.
And so we want to balance it out to start looking at life from a different perspective, through peace, through joy, what brings us joy, what brings us, you know, what's fun.
Right.
My articles, live well, have fun, you know, because it's supposed to be about fun.
Right.
And so,
Yeah, you want to enjoy living.
yeah. So
So-
same thing with exercise.
What can somebody at home saying probably like, oh, that's great, but what if I'm stuck in fight or flight? What can I do right now to just kind of get out of that fight or flight mode and just be in the serene state of mind?
What we all have access to that nobody taught us how to do as little people is to use our breath. It is amazing. What we have as a gift to all of us is the power of the breath. So being able to stop and deeply breathe into the belly, we're designed to breathe that way. That activates the parasympathetic, the part of the nervous system. Most people are breathing up here because if we were running from a bear, we'd be taking short bursty breaths.
We need our lungs
Yes.
more.
So we don't need to take deep cleansing breaths if we've got a bear on our tail. So training the body to breathe deeply into the belly, shoulders stay down, chest stays down, you breathe straight into the belly, holding for the count of 4, exhaling for the count of 4, and repeating. And just focusing in on something good, something, your pet, your child, your spouse, the trees outside, anything to bring that nervous system down and just to give your body a break. And you will find most people who start doing deep breathing exercises will find the first many times they may fall asleep because their body is so stuck.
Wow, no.
But the power of the breath, we all have access to it. We were never taught to use it properly, and now it's everywhere. Now more and more people are starting to understand that we have access to that. Look at any baby. Any baby is breathing into the belly.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, they start fighting their own bears, and they're up here and breathing from here and breathing from here.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you can do.
Okay.
I mean, it's an awesome thing.
That's a perfect tip. I mean, I use that all the time.
Yes.
I do meditation to relax because I am stuck in that. I know I'm stuck in that, so I need to like calm down. And sometimes I'll just sit and breathe, and instantly, right away, I'll feel amazing. Is there anything else that they could benefit from? Any other techniques or?
Absolutely. Imagination. We have all been given the gift of imagination.
Yeah.
The brain does not know the difference between what's happening right now or what we can imagine. So if we can take ourselves to Tahiti, take ourselves to the beach, take ourselves to an experience when we were 6 years old playing in the creek, whatever we can do, we can take ourselves there. I use the expression, if I knew then what I know now, we could change a lot of stuff in the brain. Because you can go back to any positive experience or any dream that you have and actually recreate neural pathways. The brain will reorganize. So using that imagination that we all have access to, just go to your favorite place, you know?
Yeah.
Don't take yourself to work if that's where you if that's not your favorite place, but take yourself to whatever.
All right.
Imagination in the breath.
All right, great. So you heard it here. Again, this is Ian Hart with EarthFit Personal Training and Martha O'Regan with Best Practice. So what you can do is deep breathing techniques and imagine yourself on a beach or wherever you'd like to be, and instantly you're going to relax and recharge your batteries. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that below, and we hope you have a great day.